What's up, guys? You could tell from my breath. Let's take a look this way. It's so steamy and it's so cold out here. Customer stated her car makes a crazy screeching sound early in the morning on her first startup. So crazy. And then she brought it to me, and I kind of had an idea that it was the belt. And I want you guys to listen to this. What this noise could be, or what you think. I already know it's something to do with the belt. The belt could be stretched out, old. It could be tension. So guys, it's so cold. It's about like 25 degrees, and I left the heat off in the shop just so we could test this car. But anyways, we wanted to get to the bottom of this. Customer did replace an alternate. I told her she did get a new belt, but this could be a problem with the stretched out belt or a wrong belt. Anyways, I want you guys to listen to this and see what this is. All we're gonna do is we're gonna start the car. AC and everything is off. Let's just put everything on off. And okay, that's off too. There you go. Really loud. And I should have had gotten this. Watch this. It doesn't help. It just makes it worse. There you have it. Really loud here. So nothing helps here. Nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the belt off. I'm gonna spin all the pulleys, and we're gonna put on a new belt. If that doesn't resolve it, then we're gonna look into the AC compressor. Once it warms up, the noise goes away, but still it comes as you accelerate, so the noise stays there. She states, and I noticed that yesterday. She came in with a warmed up car and the noise kept on coming because of acceleration. Anyways, we're gonna get a new belt regardless and check all the pulleys and everything. Let's go inside the vehicle. We'll put it to drive. And before drive, let's press the acceleration. The noise is there. Let's put the AC on. Okay, noise is not there, but we can hear it, that it wants to make some type of noise. Let's turn off and start back up. There you go. On a start up, it's there again. There you go. All right, we're gonna definitely get this baby a belt. So we got a 2006 Toyota Corolla. This is a 1.8 liter engine, 4-cylinder, 16 valve, and we're gonna take off this belt. To take off this belt, you gotta reach down there on that tensioner. It's gonna be hard for the camera to see, but let's see if you can focus from like around here. So we're using this 19 millimeter with the long 3/8 drive snap-on ratchet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go on to that tensioner bolt. It's like a 19 millimeter there. So once I yank on this, see that? Once I yank on that, your belt is gonna become loose. So I'm gonna try to put my camera down here somewhere, and let's see if you can record this. So we might get a half picture here. Up, there goes my camera. And I'm trying to set the camera here so you guys can see. So I'm gonna yank the tensioner, and I am gonna release this belt. Okay, before releasing this belt, I would make a diagram of everything before you take off the belt. So once we have the belt off, remember originally we were changing this, we're checking this because there was a loud screeching sound. So let me get my light and everything ready here. So I do want to check this alternator is good. I don't find nothing with any of the pulleys so far. So she did spray some type of stuff onto this belt. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna replace this belt. Sometimes it could be your weak tensioner, could be weak, so you want to be aware of that. So what I want to do is, like I said, make sure you can line this whole belt from here. Make sure you make a routing diagram of this belt before anything, because I got software that shows me everything, but I would still recommend you guys make a diagram. Okay, just draw it out, okay, of the routing of the belt here. Okay, it's coming out pretty long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this belt out of here, and then, so even though this belt looks good, it could be a stretched out belt. Sometimes the customer sprayed stuff on it, even though we try to spray like a Windex type of material. Okay, the belt is just not coming off on the back. I'm gonna get it off on the back, and then we'll take a look. Okay, there we have it. We got the belt coming along pretty good. So this belt feels kind of, it got some type of spray to it. So even though it looks good, I would try to get original belt. This Dyco stuff just doesn't cut it for me. So this belt part number is 6PK1879. Hopefully that's correct. But like I said, this could be a stretched out belt, okay? The reason could be a stretched out belt, okay? So this belt, we'll compare it with the new belt. So this belt could be slightly by like a half an inch, quarter inch longer. Also, sometimes it's that compressor feels nice. This is a brand new alternator, no noise. So you just want to turn all your pulleys, okay? I'm gonna spin this water pump. I don't find nothing wrong with that. And there's another pulley back there, smooth like butter. So the only thing I could say is the tensioner is weak or the belt. So I am gonna put the belt on for this customer, and hopefully that take care of it. If that doesn't, then I would recommend her the tensioner and everything together. I still don't find nothing wrong with the AC compressor, and like I said, the noise comes on with the AC off, so I'll rule that out. So that's it. And also make sure you have the correct part alternator, because she spent so much money on the alternator. She's changed that alternator several times. So that's how we're gonna take off this belt off a 06 Corolla. We just got to get a new belt, and we'll throw that on. Okay, so here we are with the new belt. I want to show you guys the belt that I'm going to be using. That's the brand and that's the part number. Take a look at the material on this belt. It's not like the other one. This is like leather type of material. This is a cloth type of material. So put something good. This belt is not too expensive. The part number on this, you guys seen that there, big numbers there. So what I want to do is, sometimes the belt could be the material of the belt, but let's see if this belt is stretched out or not. So you do want to compare your belts. Loud noise is always going to be a bad belt or stretched out belt. So these belts, it's kind of little bit bigger there than that one, just a tiny amount, but I can't say, but like even a little bit won't matter. So we're gonna take this belt, I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna route the whole belt. Like I said, make sure you route the whole belt, and then we'll just put the belt on, and let's see how that goes. So make sure you put the belt, it's hard to see, make sure you put it on each pulley. And all I need to do now is I'm gonna put my tensioner, I'm gonna pull on it and make sure the belt is properly installed. I'll show you a diagram at the end on my computer. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my camera and I'm gonna leave my camera right over here. And oops, I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, you know what? Anything is better than nothing. So let's put this here. I'm gonna go get something that I can put under the camera that will kind of tilt the camera up a little bit so everybody can see it right there. So all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab this here and I'm gonna yank my tensioner, and my belt should simply just go on. And just make sure your belt is properly on each pulley. I'm gonna leave everything there, and I'm gonna get my camera and the light and everything. So this is what this baby look like. So make sure your belt is routed on every single pulley. It's gonna be hard to see, but there you have it. Make sure, okay, you know what? We don't have to go to the computer no more. You guys can see the whole thing right there. And there you go. I got this baby on. A moment of truth. I'm gonna remove all the tools and then we're gonna go crank the car. If the noise is still there, it could be a bad tensioner that's not yanking it enough for not stiffening up the belt. Or like I said, it could have been that material of the belt. Doesn't have to be most likely what we think it is, but it could be either or. But there we have it. Our belt is on, nice and good, and we're gonna go crank it up. You know what? Let's go crank it up together. Let's take this off, put it away. I'm gonna take off my gloves. Let me just put my camera right here for a second. And it is kind of warm in here, so we'll let the car sit a little bit. But I'm sure this resolves the issue here. And we do have a little bit of noise. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out there. Alright, we're gonna let the car sit down a little bit. But like I said, she changed the alternator. They keep putting different alternators. It could be the pulley's shorter, it could be anything. Anyways, we'll leave it there for now. Okay guys, update. We found the problem. Problem was some idiot mechanic worked on her with his customer's vehicle. She's been a good customer, so I did a little bit of her digging here and there. I watched my video. If you watch my video, you will see the crank pulley. Take a look at the crank pulley. Well, what I want to do is I want to remove this sticker. First of all, somebody else, I don't know why there's writing on this. So people do dumb stuff, okay? That's been opened before. You got tape on it. So it says bumper Y Frento. I don't know what the hell that means. But we got a crank pulley here. I'm going to open this up. Hopefully this is a correct piece in here. What I need to do now is get me a little knife. So if there's anything wrong here, at least it's on the video camera. So part number, the brand and the part number, all right there. If you guys want it, it's 102182, and that's the brand. In here, we're gonna take a look. I want you guys to see this pulley here, this crank pulley. So here's the crank pulley. We're gonna match up. So this doesn't look like, I'm not sure if this is correct too, but let's see. It's gonna be that one in there too small. We're gonna take a look. This doesn't look correct to me either. I'm not sure. People do all kinds of crazy stuff, so let's take a look underneath. Okay, so this is what this baby looked like. Look at the difference here. So the crank pulley is completely off, so I'm not sure even that's one correct. Somebody tampered with it, because the one that pictured the guy showed me doesn't look nothing like it, the parts guy. So I want to take off this bolt here. This is a 19 millimeter. We're gonna remove it with the impact. I did release the belt, so make sure you release the tension off the belt from the top. So we're gonna put our impact gun over here, and our compressor is down right now. So folks, we don't know what happened here. The customer went to so many different mechanics before us. She had an accident. They did all kinds of stuff. There's some markings over here. You can see they worked on this car like junkies. What can I do here? So my compressor is firing up. Let's see if we have enough torque here. Okay, there's our bolt. So the belt was squeaking so much, we replaced the belt. Then it turned out it's still squeaking. So then I looked at this. This didn't look right to me. So this thing has to come out. This pulley has to come out very easy. Just wiggle on it. And it's moving. Yep, there you go. The little notch right in the center, gotta go through there. So look at the difference. Look at the difference on this pulley. Look how small this is. So the belt obviously is gonna have a slack. And I don't know, maybe a wrong engine. I don't know what happened here. So This thing gotta fit on it perfectly. So we're gonna take the new pulley. Remember that little notch, you gotta align. So make sure, up. The belt is kind of bothering me. So right there, it's gonna sit right there. The belt goes right back on. And okay, so our bolt. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna smack the bolt on. If you want to lock it up with the torque wrench, it's all up to you. Don't have the specs here. Usually, I don't want to waste anybody's times. So you do want to pay attention to, since we don't know the pulley and everything. So hopefully it doesn't rub on the block here. It shouldn't rub there. So I'm gonna take a look at that before anything, and I'm gonna lock this up, and then we're gonna go put the belt on. We'll start up the vehicle. Anyways, that's that. I did have a cover over here, so this cover goes right here, and I want to put that on last. Okay, it has 2 bolts and a clip, but I'm gonna put that on later on. So let's go up above. I'm gonna put the belt on, and we're gonna check it out if it makes noise anymore. It's done. Let me show you guys. Belt was kind of hard to put on because now there's no more slack, and you can't put it. If you're able to put it right here, you got an issue. You gotta slip it onto the water pump. Okay, so I'm gonna start this guy up. No more noise with this guy whatsoever. I'm gonna crank this up, and it's still cold in here. There you have it, guys. Job well done. Thank you for watching my video. Again, this is the harmonic balancer for this little guy. It's called the crank pulley or the harmonic balancer, and that's what that needed. So be careful with your mechanics. Some mechanics, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Sometimes it's nothing what you could do. So this lady had an accident. I thought she had to change the engine. Maybe it's the engine. I'm putting on the wrong engine belt because the engine is different, but I discovered it. Thank you for watching my video. There is not a car in the world that we can't fix. Man made it, man can fix it. And same thing with the computer. Computer cannot be smarter than a man because the man made it. Anyways, stupidity is something that we can't fix, okay? So get yourself a good mechanic because, again, stupidity is something that we can't fix.